Oh, look at that. They have a little path that cuts through the wheat. That is gorgeous. I absolutely love that. That's so nice. Oh. Yes. This is a great little game, everyone. If you haven't picked this up after last episode, or the first episode last week, it's a really cute take on this little sort of medieval city sim. It's very much enjoyable. Hello people, and welcome back to Foundation. Sorry, I can't introduce the video while he's staring immediately at her face, but welcome back to part 2 of Foundation, everyone. We're having a wonderful day. I really enjoyed playing this last week, so we're going to put out a part 2 this week, and hopefully you guys are going to enjoy it. So we got some quests to pick up from last time. We need to head over to the Lord Manor and assign a Great Hall function to one of the rooms, and at the start of the month promote a villager to a serf. Okay, that seems pretty sensible by me. So we can click on the Lord Manor, and it actually gives us the labour splendor breakdown, which is obviously going to attribute to our labour splendor here. And we're also missing any sort of influence or splendour with the church as well. So we'll build a church today. Let's go into our parts list and let's assign this little wooden extension to be a Great Hall. So your hall envoys will be hosted here. Then how about the wooden extension, make that into a treasury? That's going to expand our treasury capacity by 150. That seems okay by me. Very nice indeed. So we did have a comment last episode that my forager's hut is probably a little bit too far away from the actual berries themselves. So let's go ahead and rebuild this. We will hopefully come across another source of food soon, as I imagine that the villagers' insides aren't coping massively well on a berry exclusive diet. So we should have enough builders for this to come and be assigned, right? Yes, we've got 3 builders. It might actually be worth building another sort of builder's workshop soon. Okay, and then we've got resources missing. We're missing planks. Okay, let's have a little look at why that is. Do we need some more workers here? Yes, we do. Let's assign 2 more workers there. We do currently have 1 villager unemployed. So again, we'll see where we can put him for the time being. Okay, so that unemployed worker was actually a berry harvester. So he should have a much shorter journey now, right? And then, of course, they're going to need to be transferred down to the granary as well, but that should hopefully just happen with time. And then we're also building the warehouse from last episode here as well, which is going to allow us to complete our first trade route. And then we also need to assign tools to a warehouse and allow tools purchased from the trade resources tab. Okay, let's have a look at our trade resources, shall we? So it looks as though we're buying tools from Northbury. So once this building is complete, we should be able to hopefully assign some people here. So we can now promote some villagers into serfs, which is going to allow us to set up... Oh, a monk is approaching a village. Okay. Here he is. Swagging along. Swagging along. Okay, so this is an opportunity. Okay. I guess we'll see how the opportunity actually presents itself. He is a fair distance away at the minute, so it looks like he's going to come by. So we're going to steal a miner from the stonecutters camp because we already have quite a surplus of stone. So let's go ahead and apply 2 new workers to the warehouse and then apply tools, and then we'll stock the maximum amount. So it looks like this is where we do it, resources, and then we have tools here where we can tell them to buy until inventory reaches the value. So let's go for 10 tools. Does that seem a sensible amount? Let's hope so. And that is our first trade route complete, which is great. A monk requests an audience. Okay, so let's see what's happening here. Opportunity at 4 days left. So these are needy times. My lord, the king demands some materials. The clergy wants to renovate some of its churches, but our workers are in need as well. We need to choose who we want to help. So let's have got a little dilemma here. So we can assist the king, which is going to give us 50 wood to the kingdom and also some splendour. Deliver 50 wood to the clergy. 50 wood to labour, or I'm keeping it all. 50 wood's quite a lot, isn't it? No, I'm keeping it all. Leave monk. Coming here trying to pillage my resources. No, I'm keeping my resources. We need 50 wood. Okay, wonderful. So let's come ahead and build that church now, so we can start to actually satisfy the clergy. Even though we have just actually turned away one of their delegates. So we'll see what we can do to help remedy the situation, right? Let's imagine the church would be somewhere in and around the town centre, right? So how about... So of course we need to add mandatory parts. We're going to add a core. Spin this around now. Let's maybe go for on the way up to the town hall. Maybe somewhere else. That's quite a big building, isn't it? Maybe we can start bringing some people sort of down onto this layer here, maybe. Actually, what we are going to do is delete the lumber camp. And then we'll sort of occupy this space with the new church building. So again, we'll place it in here. We want to add in a main core. Go over there, and then we can add a door. I do love this little modular building system. It's very, very cool. And then a small tower. Sure, I guess so, right? This seems... We can raise this tower up a little bit and give it some sort of importance. How about there? And we can build that. We have 53 stone, 38 planks, and 11 tools. Okay, so this is where our tools are coming in, which is very handy indeed. Let's go ahead and build that. So I'm also going to build another gatherer's hut down here as well, but we do need some money first of all coming in. There we go. So that's going to help keep our food levels up because we are running dangerously low on them. People are consuming berries at an alarming rate. Okay, missing resources for construction. This one here. No, everyone's fine here. That's going to be okay. Let's also mark out one of those districts for extraction as well, because of course we're going to need to start harvesting this wood down here eventually. And we also do need to replace the lumber camp that we've removed as well. Although we will be quickly eating through all these trees, so we'll also have to have a look at some sort of forestry planter person, or forestry commission, whatever it's called, to come in here as well. So we currently have no woodcutters because there is no wood or no labour camp, so let's remove these guys. You are now going to become a forager. Likewise with this guy as well, you'll also become a forager. So now you should head up. Yep, that's going to max out our berry capacity. That should hopefully start to bring the food up a little bit. So let's take away one of our carpenters and add them into working the market store, because we actually need to start making some money. I am in quite a deficit at the minute. So to complete the next quest, we need to promote our first we have to promote our first newcomers at the start of the month, which is very nearly about to roll around. Not so sure how we promote, but I'm sure we're about to find out. Okay, so here it is. We have promotions available now. So this does roll around at the start of every month, it would seem. So let's open the promotions list. So it's 20 gold to promote them. We can pay 200 to promote all. So I believe it's a wise idea to not promote all at once, because that starts to imbalance the economy. So let's have a little look. So should we promote the happiest people? We're going to recruit her. Let's go for builder. And one more there. Enough promotions for now. So the splendor of your village has unlocked a new tier of unlockables. Okay. So we have some new buildings. Yes, it does. Okay, we have a stonemason hut, a charcoal hut, an iron smelter. Okay, so we're starting to get into the realm of sort of big boy production now, right? Also a windmill, so going to start producing flour. And a sheep statue. Seems kind of random, I guess. Do we want this here? It's big, isn't it? My word. What does it do? Let's find out. It's just decorative, apparently. Okay, I'm not going to place that in there yet, then. Let's go ahead and place the lumber camp, because we are going to start pretty much losing all of our wood immediately. Okay, a little spin, and build that. And this area is already marked out for extraction, so we can hopefully just watch that start to gather up. And then let's also paint out our residential areas here too. See what we can get growing. Because I realise I've kind of picked a really, really awkward terrain spot. It's like, can we come down here? Will they walk down here even though it looks like they can't actually make it? I guess we're about to find out. We'll see. So the lumber camp's been built again. That's grand. Hopefully we get a kind of a chunkier version of the lumber camp, something that can harvest more. I'm not entirely sure if we do. So interesting enough, they're going to take the resources. I'm guessing they're using it for building, right? Yes, new houses are now spawning up, which is good. It's going to keep the village growing, isn't it? So our church is here now. This is very nice. So weekly attendance, only 10 of the 20 villagers are going to church. And there we go. We just got a message from the church. So the church has noticed your dedication to God, and thus holds you in high regard. God is God is why we're all here, apparently. So we'll take 10 clergy points from the church. Okay. I wonder if that's how it works in real life. If priests actually receive points from the Vatican, maybe. I don't know. If there's any priests watching today, do let me know. Now, we do get fencing and wooden gates at 15 serfs, which would be very good. Also, some sort of decorative assets down here as well. That'll be quite fun to get into once we get there. So this guy is telling me he has no access to comfort. Okay. Related resources lodging. Yes, well, you are currently building your house, dude, so just bear with it. So I'm guessing they're not going to come down here, but the monk did walk outside of the boundary, but maybe that's just because he was a monk. Maybe that's some sort of higher power that he has above the rest of the villagers. Yeah, we're really missing logs here. Yeah, we're just burning through so much logs. It's probably a good idea to place in another lumber camp here, right? Or if not, assign another villager onto that one there. Do you currently have 2 unemployed villagers? Yeah, so let's start maxing out the log production because we're really sort of falling behind on that. Let's go for another one. It's going to be 20 coins, which every city simulator, I'm always broke at the start. So we'll build another lumber camp. That's hopefully going to increase the log production. And then once our second gathering hut is up, and then hopefully some more houses here as well, the village will start becoming a little more active. Okay, so I'm just going to let everyone sort of build up here, let some money accumulate too. And then we can start having a look at some of those new buildings and possibly expanding the town centre. And bringing some people down onto this bottom layer here as well, if we wanted to. So we've told one of our workers to leave the market stalls, which is now causing berries to accumulate within the storage facility in the granary. I'm also going to pause the production of this market stall as well, because she's actually selling just like ridiculous amounts of berries. An actual berry entrepreneur, this lady here, Afra. I am working, okay. She's happy. I'm not surprised with the millions earned from the berries, but now we have this quest to satisfy the clergy with some berries stored inside storage facilities, which our granary should meet that demand now as well. We're also getting some more villagers coming in that are knocking about and not particularly doing anything, so we need to start assigning these people. Let's go ahead and assign someone to the warehouse, and then also another one into the granary as well. So we currently have high immigration, and high happiness, employment and residential space, everything's high. That's good, I guess, right? See if they're not, yeah, they've not come down here yet, have they? I guess that makes sense, doesn't it? Now, when do we unlock a new territory, I wonder? It's 500 coins to purchase one, isn't it? We're a long way from that. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, everyone. But let's get this quest done anyway. So we're just going to let this hit 30, which shouldn't be too long. Now, the church is looking good now too, so we can actually ring the bells here. Not entirely sure what this does. Does it maybe force people to attend? I've no idea. I guess we'll find out, right? We'll find out together. If anyone knows, please do let me know. So hopefully one more berry. There we go. Cool. So that gave us 200 gold. Oh yeah, I should definitely be doing these quests, right? I need to do like 2 more and then I can get another tile. That would be tremendously helpful. And we've got some more promotion opportunities available now as well. Yeah, so let's see. So we can also promote to commoner. Now we do have a requirement to have at least 1 commoner in order to unlock some new buildings. So these promoted will have new needs. They want goods, food, and comfort. I mean, that's what they already have at the minute anyway, isn't it? Cool. So that should unlock us some new buildings now, right? Oh yes, the decoration is here. Plant arch. Yes, please, everyone. Okay, let's start doing some decoration. This is why we're all really here, isn't it? I was like, place that there. It's 20 coins to build that. It wasn't a building 20 coins. What is this arch made out of? Okay, but detailing is now available to us, everyone. Let's see what else we can do. We have a decorative tree. Slightly irritating that you must pay for trees to be placed, but I guess it's sort of makes sense, right? So we are now going to have 0 money because I've discovered detailing. I wonder how this wooden bridge works too. Hopefully we'll find an opportunity to work that throughout the series. Then we've got a little road sign here as well. This is quite cute. Okay, let's place this in here and we'll build that at the start. And I feel like we could possibly do with another builder's hut now as well. Yes, I don't want that wooden bridge there. Get rid of that. We can definitely start selling berries now as well because we need people to eat. And obviously they can't be buying berries here. So, yes, you come back and start selling. And we'll assign another worker to here. Let's have a look at our sims and see what we're working with jobs at the minute. We've got a ton of woodcutters now, haven't we? So you come and work as a market tender. There we go. Cool. So I'll turn that back on now. And she's going to start selling berries. So it would be really good to start selling maybe some other stuff out of here. So cheese, fish, and bread. So I'm guessing bread is going to be produced by... Well, I'm not guessing. I know that bread is produced with wheat. But we can hopefully start producing some bread with a wheat farm, which is going to cost us 75 gold, 10 tools, and 25 planks, which we can currently afford. So, oh my word, they are really chewing through these trees, aren't they? Jesus. Okay, let's have a wheat field here then. And we'll build that. So I wonder if we can actually sort of, the wheat just appears around it. And then I'm guessing we're going to need a building to process the wheat into bread. Either a bakery or a windmill, I imagine. Yeah, so the windmill will produce flour from the wheat. And then the bakery is going to produce bread in exchange for flour and 1 water. Okay, this is looking nice. Is that the polished stone or the regular stone? I think that's the regular stone, isn't it? So we should be okay. So we also want a windmill as well. How expensive are you though, Mr. Windmill, I wonder? 100 upfront costs. I certainly need to be doing these quests, don't I? Let me know if you guys have any sort of good tips for making money in Foundation. Is there some sort of cheese, perhaps? Have you just built your house there? Yes, you have. I mean, that's fair. I did sort of zone that as residential. I don't know why I'm surprised by that. But I certainly can't be spending money on trees and decoration where we are so broke. But of course, our construction will eat into our sort of treasury pretty intensely, won't it? Cool. So let's wait for our wheat farm to be built, and then we'll see what happens with this. So our wheat farm is now done, and we can assign a worker. So farm state, so we can paint a crop field now. Okay. And we have a fertility level. Very nice indeed. Let's paint out a little crop field to the side of it then. Hopefully this will be acceptable. Farm state sowing. Okay, so it looks like it's going to go through. Yeah, so he has to sow it first. I guess it's going to have to grow at least as well. Okay. Again, well, let's just have a little recap of our current sort of distribution of workers. I've got just pure woodcutters now. There's no need for this many. So let's remove a few of them and send them to be farmers at the, well, farm, of course. Where else would it be? So we do get fencing eventually, don't we? I saw that earlier. So it'd be good if we could put a little fence around it. It requires 15 serfs. We'll have to wait until another promotion opportunity. And we've got a monk approaching as well. So this should give us another opportunity for the clergy. Hopefully he's not going to want 1,000 berries, but I'm sure we're about to find out. We'll wait and see. So the next sort of asset we want to place here is going to be a windmill, isn't it? It'd be nice if this could be sort of near the fields. I think I'd be pretty happy with that. Just cost 100 coins out, which we are very nearly at. As it starts to fall. There we go. Get it before we go broke. There we go. Cool. So we are well on the way to producing bread. And we have a nice little sort of combo area down here as well, right there. Little wheat farm and a church and a windmill, even not a church, by the water. Very nice. Yeah, so there's no workers here, right? There's no point really having this anymore, is there? It's just costing us money. Let's get rid of that. Also make sure that we've continually provided enough residential over here as well. So people would love to live around the church, apparently, which is understandable, I guess. So let's actually remove this, or not the extraction over the stone and the trees. Let's keep that going. But we can remove this extraction area now and hopefully maybe replace it with some residential, because it is sort of an average desirability. I was thinking I might want to relocate the sawmill here now as well, because this is really affecting... Yeah, it is, isn't it? It's affecting the desirability of the area. Okay, let's get a shot then. Let's delete the sawmill. We will build another one. Then hopefully now we can provide some more sort of residential spaces around this end of town and bring the detailing that we put into life a little bit more, hopefully. Get rid of that tiny little blue area there as well. Okay, so we'll see what happens with that. I'm not sure if they just spawn in on the roads. Hopefully they do avoid the pathways. But I guess we're about to find out anyway. So Monk has requested an audience. Let's see what the Mr. Monk wants. These are needy times. My lord, the king demands some materials. The clergy wants to renovate some of its churches. But our own workers are in need as well. We need to choose who we want to help. Okay, so let's have a little mooch of kind of what we're balancing here now. I've got all these stuff to unlock as well, haven't I? I should really pay attention to these. We haven't given anything to the church yet, so this will unlock new parts for the church. Sounds good to me. Let's do that. But we're kind of lacking in kingdom power, aren't we? So let's help the king this time. We need to deliver 10 tools to the kingdom. Fantastic news. And then our tools will be used to build the windmill, won't they? Again, we're also missing planks now too because I've destroyed my sawmill. Yeah, sawmill is essential. Let's go ahead and get that back in. Again, we might want to place it possibly in around the town centre, right? People are sort of enjoying being here. It's going to be another 100 coins. Let's pay for this as well. So we can complete this now. That's going to give us 10 tools to the kingdom and then gives us some more sort of redeemable points here. So it allows the recruiting, training and housing of an army. Okay. That sounds good. Let's go for that. And then the next sort of tier to get down into these next unlockables is 20 commoners and lots of splendor. So there's a big kind of grind here actually, isn't there? You know, there's a fair amount to do. So grinding resources and villagers and whatnot. Still can't afford to build our sawmill, so we will just keep waiting for money to apply there. Oh yes, and we are getting some new houses in as well. So it's tier 2 and a density of 1. Okay. That seems fairly nice. We definitely want the sawmill though, because the windmill is sort of stalled on completion, hasn't it? Yes, it has. Yeah, it's another expensive building though, isn't it? Maybe we don't need an army yet. We probably want planks before we start sourcing an army. No access to comfort. Oh dear. What's up with you? Food is on its way down. Okay. Well, we've got plenty of food, so just go to the market. He wants lodging. Okay, so it looks like we've got a little bit of demand for some more residential spacing to come through. This is a really awkward landscape to be working with here, isn't it? So let's just sort of make all this one massive residential zone now. Hopefully it won't look too bad, but if it does, then we'll have to amend it. But either way, I'll be back once we've built our sawmill, and then we can hopefully get the windmill finished and complete a little cute farm area down here today in this episode. Fantastic news everyone, our sawmill has been built again, so let's assign a few more workers into here, start getting them logs processed. Oh look, the wheat has been harvested, it's resting at the minute, okay. I do have currently 3 unemployed people, but I'm banking on them coming to work at the windmill once it's complete. But I really like how sort of the wheat is harvested and you can paint out little crop fields. Painting out a crop field is a little function I would love to see in cities too. That would be really cool. Rather than having to use like preset sizes, just having it auto-generate with the district. Yes please everyone. Okay, so these houses are different, aren't they? So I wonder why that is. This is a house tier 2. I'm not entirely sure what has affected the density of it. Or the tier rather, because these are newer houses. Okay, so we've got in just so many people here now. It's a busy little spot, isn't it? Let's go ahead and add in another one there. Let's also start hopefully selling some bread soon as well, which was the initial sort of point of this, wasn't it? To start selling the bread. Let's head back down to the market. But yes, here it is now. Fantastic. Let's probably also build another builder's hut because... Or builder's workshop rather, because we've got kind of 3 people building the entire town at the minute. Yeah, let's build that and then... Let's assign 2 more builders. Hopefully that'll help speed things up a little bit. But I'm enjoying the way the town's looking. You can see how it just kind of really begins to sprawl as you just constantly expand, and I don't think there's a map limit. I think we can just keep buying hexagons as long as you have the money for them. Oh yes, and they're sewing it again. That's so cute. I love that. That's really good. Yes, please, everyone. Okay. Oh, look, you see all the little kind of mills, fans, whatever they're called, over here now as well. So I think now we're starting to balance out. We've got some nice stable money coming in. Big chunks of resources of all the main ones in here anyway. And we definitely want some more tools though, don't we? So it could possibly be a case of coming back into our trade and asking for some more. And the windmill is built. Wonderful. Come down and add a worker into here, shall we? Looks like he is actually currently assigned to something, isn't he? So let's have a little look again. Yeah, so I'm going to remove 2 of my transporters. You guys can stop transporting now. And then we can come down and hopefully assign these into the windmill. Okay, so he wants 60 wheat, and then in return he's going to give us flour, isn't he? That sounds like a great time. So I guess now we want to source a bakery with the flour. Yes. So it's going to produce 4 bread in exchange for 1 flour and water. Wonderful. I guess it would make sense to... Well, the bakery, I guess, should be up near the town centre, shouldn't it? It's getting pretty crowded around here now, though, but I think I like that. Let's kind of keep a little bit of sort of density happening. So it looks like it's quite built up. Okay, so Alfheim is bringing 12 tools, which we don't currently have. We need 20 tools, do we? Okay, so let's come back into that resource tab then. And then we can hopefully trade some resources here. Buy until inventory reaches the value. Yeah, okay. So I need 20 tools. So let's hopefully buy them. So to unlock the other trade routes, we need clothes. I'm guessing, yeah, we're going to need buildings for that. And then 20 bread to actually unlock the trade with Davenport. So let's also start stocking the maximum amount of tools here too. There must be a way that we can produce tools ourselves, right? Without having to trade them all the time. Well, the tools are coming in anyway, so hopefully that's going to be okay. Oh, look at that. They have a little path that cuts through the wheat. That is gorgeous. I absolutely love that. That's so nice. Oh. Yes. This is a great little game, everyone. If you haven't picked this up after last episode, or the first episode last week, it's a really cute take on this little sort of medieval city sim. It's very much enjoyable. And I'm saying that solely because I've just seen a pathway cut through a wheat field. It is a little bit of path on wheat spice, isn't it? Which is very much appreciated in any game that we play. But I absolutely love that they can just walk through the fields like that and cut a pathway. As he sits here with his little scythe cutting it all down. Oh, it's so cute. Absolutely love it. The Foundation is a great game, everyone. If you haven't played it, it's really worth picking up. I'm also going to start stocking wheat at the granary as well, so we can start to get a bit of a backlog. And then our bakery is very nearly done now as well, so he's going to want water. It might be worth producing another well at this point, just in case we do start to sort of run out of water maybe. Let's maybe place this down here near the fields. Maybe on this path here, okay. Cool, build that on there. That's another 20 coins. So we're getting some pretty decent builders now, up to 34 already, and 4 currently unemployed, but again, those 4 should be able to come in and work at the bakery now, or at least 2 of them. Oh, the monk hasn't come back again as well. On failure, what does he want? Over 10 tools? What, just for favour? No, no. Only really want to do the quests if they're for money. I don't really care about the favour ones. I don't know, maybe, tell me what you guys, is it a good idea to kind of go for a balance of both? I guess we'll see. Okay, so there we go. We just dropped in some flour and some water, and now... Oh, yeah, look at that. She's making bread. How cute, right? How cute. There we go. Little kiln. Very nice. So we want the bread to actually store here, don't we? Yeah, let's not store the wheat here. So hopefully the bread will now start to be slid into the granary via our transporters, for which we'll assign some more workers now. And then let's come in here, and you will now start selling bread. Okay, so hopefully that sells for higher value than berries, you would imagine. You definitely don't pay the same price for a pack of strawberries for a loaf of bread. Then again, strawberries are quite expensive in the real world. So, who knows? Cool, so bread's stocking up here now. Does this market actually have a tender? Yes, it is. Where are you? You're coming to get bread to sell at the store. Nice. Amazing. Cool. So that allows us to sell another resource now. And we've also got some little decoration opportunities happening as well. This is pretty cute. I think we'll kind of finish off the episode today by maybe placing in a few more of these little sort of cute grassy arches, maybe all around the entrance into the main town centre, which I think would be quite nice, wouldn't it, right? I think it'd be quite nice that. Let's also have another one here as well. And perhaps some trees too. It'd be really good if we could sort of like, can we shift click these assets so they come in one at a time? Oh yes, they can. That's amazing. There you go. Foundation ticks and trips, everyone. Just hold shift with an asset and it will place more than one. Fantastic news. That's very helpful. That should hopefully give us some little sort of decoration and a nice little busy town centre now. But otherwise, guys, that is going to do it for today. I'd like to thank you all so much for watching and indeed supporting the Foundation series. If you are enjoying it, please do leave me a like and a comment below, and equally as much if this game isn't really for you, then leave me a dislike as well. We've currently got 5 unemployed workers. We're making decent money now, I think, and resources are starting to stockpile. So it looks like we're starting to balance out a little bit now. And, next episode, we'll start working with some more promotions and get some new buildings in, and hopefully a new territory next episode as well, because we're starting to run out of room. So I definitely want some more money, which hopefully the bread will provide us. But otherwise, I'd like to thank you all so much for watching, and as always, enjoy the rest of your day.